It is always unsettling to hear about the sudden disappearance of a person. It leaves their loved ones and friends shaken and uncertain of what to do and where to search for answers. When an entire family seems to vanish, it is devastating for everyone involved, as well as those of us watching the story unfold from afar. Today's story begins with a family's sudden disappearance and ends in unimaginable horror. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy, and I typically discuss things that are strange, mysterious, and creepy. If that interests you, then please subscribe or follow me. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, leave me a comment, or share this video with a friend. That really helps out a small channel like mine. Okay, now let's get back to the story. In February 2010, a quiet family from Fallbrook, California, seemingly vanished into thin air. The McStay family, Joseph, his wife Summer, and their two young sons, Gianni and Joseph Jr., were living what seemed to be an ideal life. Joseph ran a successful business installing custom water fountains, and the family had just moved into a new home, preparing for a fresh start. But within days, their lives took an eerie, unexplainable turn. What followed would be years of haunting mystery, unanswered questions, and one of the most disturbing cases in modern history. This is the chilling story of the McStay family disappearance and murder, a story that shocked investigators, puzzled neighbors, and left an entire community searching for answers. It all began on February 4th, 2010. Joseph and Summer were in the middle of their regular routine. Joseph had been busy with work calls and emails, and around 7:47 p.m. he sent his last email of the day. That evening, a neighbor's surveillance camera picked up the family's white Isuzu Trooper leaving their driveway at 7:47 p.m. But after that, it was as if the McStays had simply vanished. Days turned into weeks, and with no contact from any of them, Joseph's family grew alarmed. On February 13th, 9 days after the McStays were last seen, Joseph's brother Michael went to their home. Inside, he found the family's two beloved dogs alone and unfed, dishes stacked in the sink, and groceries left out to rot. There were no signs of forced entry, no indications of a struggle, just the quiet remnants of a family life left abruptly frozen in time. The local authorities were soon involved. But as they delved into the McStays' financial records, phone records, and movements, the case became more baffling. Strangely, their white SUV was discovered on February 8th, 4 days after they disappeared, parked near the Mexican border in San Isidro. Even more intriguing, security footage showed what looked like a family of 4 crossing the border on foot that same evening. Investigators initially wondered, could they have fled to Mexico? Friends and family, however, doubted this theory. The McStays had no known connections in Mexico, and there was no reason for them to leave suddenly. Yet the border footage and abandoned car left investigators with few other leads, and for nearly 4 years, the mystery lingered, gnawing at everyone who knew the family. Then in November 2013, a breakthrough shattered the silence. A motorcyclist riding through the Mojave Desert near Victorville, California, spotted something unusual: 2 shallow graves in a remote sandy area. Police arrived, and what they unearthed was grim. They found 4 skeletons, 2 adults and 2 children, bound with electrical cords and brutally beaten. Dental records soon confirmed what many had feared. These were the remains of Joseph, Summer, and their young sons, Gianni and Joseph Jr. The family, who had once dreamed of building a beautiful life, had met an unfathomable end, buried together in the middle of nowhere. The discovery launched a renewed investigation. If the McStays hadn't willingly fled to Mexico, then who was responsible for their gruesome murders? As detectives revisited old evidence, they found themselves re-examining someone close to Joseph: his business associate, Charles Chase Merritt. Merritt was a welder who had collaborated with Joseph on his water fountain business. At first glance, he appeared devastated by the loss of his friend, but soon inconsistencies began to surface. Phone records showed that Merritt had been the last person Joseph called on the day he vanished. Financial records painted an even darker picture. In the days following the family's disappearance, Merritt had written multiple checks from Joseph's business account totaling over $20,000. Investigators noted Merritt's gambling addiction and financial struggles, which led them to a chilling conclusion. It appeared that Merritt had been embezzling from Joseph's company, And when he feared Joseph might discover his actions, he orchestrated the unthinkable. In 2014, after mounting evidence pointed directly at him, Merritt was arrested and charged with the murders of the McStay family. Prosecutors argued that he had killed the family to cover up his theft, staging their disappearance to create the illusion they'd willingly left for Mexico. They alleged that Merritt used a sledgehammer to carry out the killings, a fact corroborated by the severe blunt force injuries found on the bodies. The trial, which took place in 2019, was nothing short of harrowing. In court, the prosecution detailed Merritt's history of fraud and deception. His defense claimed there was no concrete proof tying him to the murders and suggested that other business partners or family members could be involved. But for the jury, the financial evidence, phone records, and Merritt's own suspicious behavior told a compelling story. In June 2019, Charles Chase Merritt was found guilty of 4 counts of murder and later sentenced to death, marking the end of a tragic, years-long mystery. The McStay family case is a haunting reminder of how fragile life can be and how betrayal can emerge from those closest to us. For Joseph, Summer, Gianni, and Joseph Jr., their dreams were cruelly stolen, leaving behind a trail of heartbreak and devastation for their family and friends. Yet, even in their absence, their story serves as a lasting testament to the importance of justice, no matter how deeply buried it may be. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more stories of true crime, mysterious events, and more, then please subscribe and take a look at some of the other videos I have to offer. Until next time, please stay safe, but as always, stay curious.